Hello everyone, this is our lesson number 13 and it is the last element of your project, you can say of your Insign Medellina or Shamsa pattern. Uh, the sharpa or tigh, these are actually the sun rays. These are considered as the spiritual lights in the illumination, just like if we draw a sun, then we pop out some rays all around. So these tigh or sharpa are exactly the same, and it will give a beautiful look to your workpiece. Here we'll do some small sharpa and some big in size sharpa. You can do any one kind. You can do a set of two, like uh, two different types of sharpa, or you can do one small, one big, one small, one big. So it's totally your choice how you are going to place, how you're going to present, and how much space you have to present this. So just divide this center mark, and then simple drawing these. You can do these if you are not getting this equal. You can do this just like we did in gunchagolo or in hatai flowers. Just fold the paper into half, or draw one half and mirror the other half, or you can use the tracing paper. You can draw these on tracing paper directly, the half of, and then redraw the half of other to get a mirror image. In this way you will get a perfect equal symmetrical sharpa. Okay, for sharpa, important thing is uh, to use only black or blue paint. Definitely you can use green or blue. Don't use gold work for sharpa. Traditionally blue or black is most preferable colors.
You can draw these leaf shapes instead of these round spirals which I have drawn. So it's all upon your choice, whatever you want to draw. Even you can use some bench and hatai flowers in middle, but for that you don't need to outline and give the shadings. Now coming towards the larger ones, as these are the larger ones, so the mistakes or any error would be very visible. So I'm folding the paper in half, and I'll going to draw one half. You can use these large ones either on top of your orange, or you can use at the bottom. Better not to use the larger ones all around, that won't look much pretty. You can use the longer ones but not the wider ones. Now I'm drawing the one half, and then you can replicate the other half.
In large sharpas, the first one is actually using some Roomi motifs. You can
I'm
see
just,
these
drawing
crescents.
it
These are called as
behind.
Roomi motifs. So
Just
I'm just roughly
give
drawing
you
this.
a
You can
picture how it would look.
mirror it using tracing
You
paper.
need to do it with the tracing paper.
You can these one in your Meridian and ensign patterns on top and bottom. You cannot use this big one all around. It will not look that good. So use it wisely or comprehensively. You can say just add it on top of your pattern or on bottom of your pattern. If you are doing your work in circle, then you can use it all around. But I would not recommend you to use it all around inside or medallion patterns. So for torrent, it is best to use on top or bottom, or you can use on both places. Okay, now second one I'm drawing here is actually a flower. You can use any pinch flower, 5 petal small. You can use any hatai, you can use any hunchagul, but the painting won't be the same as we practice. Paint here in sharpa. If you are using these flowers, then you have to do it like the negative space painting, which I have explained you in the previous lesson. So you can use a single color, no outline, no shading, no joining of petals and any other leaves. So you can also use this.
I have used a simple flower here. You can draw any of your bench or any of your hatai or gonchagul, but you need to remember not to give the shadings or the color. It would be the negative painting. Sorry for my voice, actually. I'm having sore throats and the flu while recording these. Okay, now coming towards our third. Okay, as you can see, these crescents which I am adding here and I also used in the first one, these are actually called as Roomi. It's a very separate technique in tasheeb or illumination, you can say. It's basically comes under the Persian illumination, and it's a very vast and wide field. So I'm just using one part of it in making my sherpa, and you can always mix and match different materials. You can use small flowers in middle of this pattern, or you can use any of your elements from your smaller things and just layer it to make it a little longer. So it's just upon your choice and your space how you can adjust things over there.
You're always free to mix and match. You are not bound to use exactly these shapes. You can add lines, you can add diamond shapes anywhere, you can add leaves, you can add flowers, and if you have enough space, you can even add more longer tigh by adding different elements. As you have seen, I have added flowers, leaves, these Roomi motifs, these straight lines, the inverted leaves. So you can always mix and match and create your own sharpa, and as per your space, as per your requirement. created a sharpa, the second point came is how you can place it on your pattern. So for placing on your pattern, you have to use proper measurements. It must be symmetrical. It shouldn't be like the clustered, the 4 or 5 on top and just one on the bottom. It should be all around equally. You can use it alternatively, you can use all same, you can even use just on top or bottom. So it's all your choice. And for taking the proper places, you can use protector, or you can use even compass to make the arcs. I'm using here my protector and taking proper angles with the same distances. If your pattern has no bumps or grooves, then you can add with angle of your choice. But if you have bumps on your framework, then you can add the sharpa on the grooves. So here I'm taking these equal angles upon which I'll draw my tail. Don't forget to use protector. It's very important to get equal spacing in between the sharpa. It's a very important point. You should remember this.
Now the adjacent one could be the longer one or the smaller one. You can add the bigger ones on top and bottom and all around the same one, or you can use the top and bottom bigger ones and all around the two different alternatively. You can always mix and match. As I said previously, you can use part of anything as a smaller ones, or you can add two smaller ones elements to make it a longer one. So it's basically your choice.
Like I said, you have to use any darker shade, preferably blue or black for the sharpa, but you have a choice here. You can add or fill up with gold, like you have this rhombic shape here, so you can fill it with gold. Rest of the thing would be with same color. The outline of this would be same color, but you can fill in between. You can fill in between these circles too a gold color. And if you're using the larger sharpa, so you have a space in between, you can use gold there too. You can clearly see in this picture I have filled my teak with the gold. Okay, now here we completed. Now it's your choice how many takes you want to use, how you want to arrange those on your pattern, and what type of take you want to use. Either you want to use a single take, a small take, or you want to use alternate takes. You want to use bigger ones on top or bottom and all around the smaller ones, or you can add bigger one on top and bottom and alternate on sides. Even you have one more option here. What you can do, you can add small frames on top or bottom and add scrolling, or you can add negative space painting inside that. So you can enhance your work by adding this. You can see in the picture, one of my students attempted this option. She added a frame on top and add a tigh flower inside that. If your frame has these curves, the bumps and grooves, you can add them in groups. Even you have one more choice here. For example, this is your framework, that is the jadwal double line filled with gold. What you can do, you can add a separate margin line following your framework, but you're not going to fill it with the paint. It's very close margin, and then you can attach sharpa on that line rather than attaching those directly to your frame. Here you also have two options. You can either use alternate, or you can use sharpa on grooves and the rest of the places has dots. You can see in the picture I have drawn a separate margin and then add a sharpa on that. You can see in the attached picture I added alternatively dots and a small sharpa. The big tails are on top and bottom, and all around the small size sharpa with dots alternatively. Even you can use negative flowers in place of sharpa. You can see in my work I have used flowers along with the takes.